Boxing is a tough and unpredictable sport. The outcome of a fight can often be decided by just one single accurate blow. Fortunately, the one who is bet on by respected analysts and omniscient bookmakers does not always win. Otherwise, this wonderful sport would lose much of its appeal to the fans. Today we will talk about the 5 most unexpected results in the history of the royal weight category, according to the author of these lines. Number 1. February 11th, 1990. Mike Tyson vs. James "Buster" Douglas. Probably the biggest upset in the history of boxing. Bookmakers' rates were in some places as 1-42 in favor of Tyson, undefeated at that time, who proudly had the title of undisputed world heavyweight champion. 30-year-old Douglas was considered an ordinary boxer with no fighting spirit. In addition, he lost to Jesse Ferguson and Tony Tucker, whom Mike defeated. The challenger was also not taken seriously by Iron himself, who was preparing for the fight not in the best way, which annoyed Don King. At the same time, Douglas, who lost his mother before the fight, was training like crazy for the biggest fight of his life. That evening, the challenger fought like never before or since. Many went to fight Tyson to survive, but not Douglas. He came out to win, not to play his part.
Douglas going to explode. You've seen it so many times before. And I still have to say to this point, Buster hanging in there pretty good. Now he ties him up, and referee, which is very surprising. Of course, Mike at any time lands that big shot. And that's the exciting thing about doing something successful. When he gets Mike inside, he grabs on and holds. You see right there? The Yomiuri Giants play baseball most of the time, and the Japanese crowd of some 35,000 on hand here. And the big question is going to be, can he back Mike off? Can he keep that left going? Well, gee, there's a right hand that gets through. Mike lunging with the left hand, not able to...
Already in the 5th round, the champion's eye began to swell, the result of James's hard jab. The favorite was rapidly losing strength, but even the tired Tyson is still the baddest man on the planet.
Throwing a little bit more leather here now. Look at these shots landed by Buster Douglas. And if Buster was out of gas in the early going of this round, he's got it back together in the late portion here. Raising left hand. Buster down, as you know, in the last round. A pretty good fight. And the fact of the matter is, it's Buster that's making it the fight. Well, as Larry Rezzadio says, hey, watch that head, Mike, when you come in. Said Larry Rezzadio. He's the round of the fight to this point. Nice shot inside. And now you get the idea that at some stage here, Mike can land a big shot.
At the end of the 8th round, an uppercut sent Douglas to the floor of the ring. Nobody, including Mike, expected him to get up. But he would get up to knock out the 24-year-old champion in the 10th round with a magnificent 4-punch combination.
Is he going to get up? Yes, he does. All right. And the bell ends. And that, to me, is Tyson's first round of the fight.
Made a mistake.
Fights, and you see, there's Mike missing that big left and just grazed the chin of Buster Douglas. Buster has something special going tonight. Doesn't have the good balance. His legs together as Buster's landing these. Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at this. He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career. Mike Tyson hits the canvas. He's in big trouble. He may not recover. It's up to 7 and 8. He's not gonna make it. Unbelievable.
Thus, the hopeless underdog Douglas not only won the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles, but also shocked the whole boxing world with a victory over an opponent who at that time seemed simply impossible to defeat. After the fight, the winner could not hold back his tears. This is a victory for my mother, for the main woman in my life. Without her, there would be no me. May God protect her in the next world. Douglas's moment of glory did not last long. already in October of the same year, in the first title defense, in the third round, James was brutally knocked out by Evander Holyfield. Number 2. June 13, 1935. Max Baer, James Braddock. Max Baer was considered the Sonny Liston or Mike Tyson of his time. He had a blow of terrible power. For 2 opponents of Max, some sources say 5, fights against him ended in a fatal outcome. Before the fight against Braddock, Baer destroyed the former world champion Max Schmeling, and then Primo Carnera, from whom he took away the world heavyweight title. His performance against the Italian was especially impressive. For 11 rounds of the fight, the giant Carnera was knocked down 11 times by the terrible blows of Max. Braddock, on the other hand, was considered a fairly average boxer, even despite a series of impressive victories before the fight against Baer. No one gave James a serious chance of success. The champion himself did not take him seriously, who, to put it mildly, did not have the best preparation before the fight. But the pride of the Irish had something where he excelled his rival: unbending willpower. James, who lived from hand to mouth during the Great Depression, was no stranger to difficulties. In addition, the challenger had a truly made-of-steel chin. In none of the 23 defeats of Braddock was he knocked out. If the champion entered the ring in not the best physical condition, then the contender entered this fight as if it was his last. While Max was dancing in the ring and fooling around in the early rounds, James was doing his job. Only in the 7th round the champion started to be serious. But this was not enough. The stubborn Irishman was not going to retreat, and the fight was with varying degrees of success.
Braddock can just find the self-belief. Is he going to become the world champion at the age of 29? Rags to riches story. They're finding the target, but no great power in those shots. Just arm punches from the champion. And at last, the action starts to warm up. Baer maybe has been told by his corner, look Max, you've really got to do something about this. Braddock goes pouring in with the head. Smart right over the... Solid right hand from Braddock. And again. Left hand again from Braddock. Oh, good shot from the challenger. But it's not enough. There, the heavier man. Scoring shots again.
I'm glad you get the big money, Jimmy. You will spend it more usefully than I, the good-natured Max said to his opponent in the last round. After 15 rounds, victory and the title, by the decision of the majority of judges, rightly went to the hard worker Braddock.
And Braddock, maybe, as the two embrace, maybe he's pulled off one of the great comeback stories of all time.
2 years later, James came out to defend his title against rising star and future boxing legend Joe Louis. In the first round, he managed to knock down the formidable opponent. But in the 8th round, the Brown Bomber sent Braddock to the first knockout of his career. Number 3. April 22, 2001. Lennox Lewis, Hasim Rahman. The British Lion had never enjoyed love and popularity in America. But by that point, American fans reluctantly recognized him as the legitimate heavyweight champion. Lennox had victories over Evander Holyfield, Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, Shannon Briggs, Andre Galata, and promising at that time Michael Grant. In the last fight before the meeting with Rahman, Lewis confidently outboxed the formidable David Tua, who defeated Hasim several years ago. Even the Americans did not believe in the success of their compatriot. Lewis himself did not see him as a threat. During the training camp, the Britons starred in the movie Ocean's 11 and went into the fight against Rahman with a record weight in his career. The first 4 rounds did not foretell an upset. Lewis confidently won on points.
Terrific record in terms of the knockouts. There was a good combination by Lewis, gesturing to his man to come forward. Oh, uppercut once again.
Nice uppercut. If he finds that secret,
Trying to confuse Lennox Lewis.
he's actually trying to get him out of there in this round. And you're wondering if, like I said, the attitude.
A lot away in considerable style. And maybe as a combination, overhand right. Short right hand inside from the champion. And he's able to tie Rahman up. Lewis started as a 15 or 18 to 1 on favourite.
It's still too early, you know, and I still don't count Rahman out. Well, this is the kind of fight that we was here looking for.
Good jab by Lewis, and he looks a lot stronger in this round. Oh, uppercut by the champion. Rahman in a little bit of trouble. To be fair to him, he came back, and that right hand of his has come in. And what a great challenger he is.
Rahman said that he was going to make this war.
Well, he has gone to war.
Holding and punching behind the head. Rahman's got to get close in case they... beautiful. This is what he was trying to suck Lennox Lewis in again to turn around. So much of a fancy dance.
Midway through the 5th. Rahman still there.
There
Right
you
hand
go.
wasn't too far away. Whoa.
But already in the 5th 3-minute round, having driven the opponent to the ropes, Rahman dealt a crushing blow from the right, after which the champion failed to get up until the end of the referee's countdown.
Oh, he's got him! He's got him! It is, and Lewis has gone! Lewis has gone! It's another upset!
They tag him. He's got to go down.
This over and over and over again. It was the punch of dreams from Rahman and the punch of nightmares for Lennox Lewis.
He drowned in Ocean's 11. HBO commentator Larry Merchant subtly remarked, Lewis drew the necessary conclusions. In November of that year, in a rematch, he regained his WBC and IBF titles by knocking out Hassim in the 4th round.
To Rahman, if he punches, just keep your hands high. They're telling him not to counterpunch. Boom! Will Rahman get up, or have the tables been turned? Is it reversed? 7, 8, 9. It's over. Lennox Lewis got revenge. Has captured his revenge, and now it's Rahman complaining.
Number 4. June 19th, 1936. Joe Louis, Max Schmeling. The 22-year-old Louis, who by that time won against Primo Carnera and Max Baer, was considered the main hope of boxing America. Before his title fight against Jim Braddock, the American had to overcome an obstacle in the face of the former world champion from Germany, Max Schmeling. Very few, even in their homeland, believed in the success of the German. It was not difficult to explain this alignment of forces. Max was 9 years older than Louis, worn out by hard fights, inferior to the American in almost all components. And besides, he lost by knockout to Max Baer, who was simply destroyed by Louis. While the cocky brown bomber was playing golf and talking to the press about the title fight with Braddock, Schmeling prepared for the fight with all German pedantry. The German noticed that by punching with his left, Joe lowers it and does not return it to the chin. In the first 3 rounds, the faster and more powerful Louis justified the forecasts of specialists and bookmakers.
So we have the brown bomber, 30 years of Schmeling. Joe Louis, a tender in Lafayette, Alabama, and he's brilliantly put together. Schmeling very compact.
After the 3rd round, Max's face was swollen, and his right eye was almost completely covered with a hematoma. But already in the 4th round, Schmeling took advantage of a gap in Louis's defense. After a powerful right hand, the American was knocked down for the first time in his career. According to him, after it he never recovered until the end of the fight. The initiative passed into the hands of the Black Ulan of the Rhine.
But 7-fight unbeaten. And that's Schmeling. It lost 7 and draw by and large. It's been a sport. But Louis looking decent. And Louis felt that, takes another. And again, bingo. The first man to beat Louis in the... Well, that was an interesting left hook there. Very bothered by that. And Schmeling right hands have taken, but then again, Sodas has something of a legend to beat. And once again, these hard punches. Several times and wait. And Max Schmeling probably was the heel of the glove to squash their nose. It's these little right hands from Schmeling, the energy of Louis on the right. Not much between them. He's got the intention of landing just one. Schmeling is the danger punch. 10. He was pushing out his left hand instead of snapping. Certainly, Schmeling's punches in this particular away from him. Good shape for this. Louis. So does Louis think he's just got to get through the 15 rounds to get the verdict? Would it be a formality? I don't think so. The hard-punching German Max. Louis. Oh, good. And takes another crunching Rahman. Well, this impassive look on Louis.
In the 12th round, the same right hand knocked out the undefeated American. The result of the fight was a real shock to America. Many men and women were crying in the streets. At the same time, Max was welcomed in Germany as a hero. 2 years later, the future friends had a rematch. This time, Joe did not leave his opponent a chance by brutally knocking him out already in the first round.
Joe steps back. It's on Schmeling's jaw, and Max goes down for the 3rd time. It doesn't look like Schmeling's going to make it. It's all over. Joe Louis electrifies.
Number 5, March 8, 2003. Vladimir Klitschko, Corey Sanders. The 26-year-old Klitschko, who had the WBO title, was considered second in the division behind the great Louis. Many saw him as the successor to the Brit. Having taken away the belt from Chris Bird in the fall of 2000, the Ukrainian managed to defend it 5 times, beating guys like Ray Mercer, Francis Botha, and Jamil McCline. For the 6th defense, the choice fell on veteran Corey Sanders. Neither the press nor Vladimir himself saw a worthy contender in the 37-year-old South African. Everyone seemed to have forgotten what a powerful one-time blow the South African southpaw had. I went to the ring with the thought that I didn't want to box and that I needed to get it over with as soon as possible, Klitschko later recalled. After the fight, the Ukrainian probably remembered the proverb, "Beware of your desires. They may well come true." The fight lasted only 2 rounds. During this short time, Vladimir 4 times found himself on the floor of the ring after the powerful blows from Corey. After the 4th fall, the referee stopped the fight.
Lowering his height some more.
Klitschko goes down on a huge left hand inside by Corey Sanders. And gets up at the count of 7.
With his eye cut.
And there's a cut over Klitschko's left eye, right on the eyebrow. Long time to go in the rest.
If he goes down again, although the clock is running out on this round.
So Vladimir Klitschko is down twice in the opening round against Corey Sanders. In this situation, he was able to come back and knock Sanders out. Now Klitschko
goes down a third time, and there are 2 minutes 53 seconds to go in this round.
And he's not seeing that left hand come. He just cannot see the left hand that Sanders is hitting him with.
And he's attacking to try to get out of trouble instead of holding. And this is not going to go well. Another knockdown, the fourth time, and the referee, Gennaro Rodriguez, stops the fight, and thus ends the Vitaly.
Thus, the 37-year-old Sanders made himself a great gift, fulfilling his old dream of becoming a world champion. He soon gave up the belt in a favor for the fight of the more prestigious WBC title, which became vacant after Lennox Lewis retired from boxing. The opponent of the South African puncher was Vitaly Klitschko, to whom he lost in the 8th round of a spectacular fight.
He's ready to go, Jim.
And Vitaly Klitschko is going to try to finish it. A show of courage by Corey Sanders.
What keeps him up? That's it.
Finally, the referee rescues Sanders. Finally, in the 8th round, Corey Sanders' left hand was no longer really rocking Vitaly Klitschko. And as Klitschko realized...